audience, now that we're live, I need everyone to look at Hank. He's chewing on his blanket.
What
Oh, here, hold on. Let's.
sweet angel
He's
pie.
chewing on his blanket.
Oh, we don't want to look
I
at you.
We
mean,
don't want to look at that.
there. No,
Look
okay.
at that. He's chewing on his
Oh my
blanket.
God, why is he so cute? Does he think he's nursing? What's going on? Is it just like front of teeth? Is he front of
awake?
teeth?
Yeah, he is. It's a comfort. It's a comfort,
Yeah.
soothing thing for him, and he needs makes biscuits like a kitty cat does, but
Oh,
he
like
chews
cats,
on
yeah.
his blanket.
It's
Yeah.
teeth. It's him nursing. Those are nursing
Yeah.
little, potions.
Yeah.
My dog Abe used to chew on little pebbles. Front. In fact, he wore his teeth down in front to a little groove. His lower teeth were in a groove because he would chew on pebbles. He would just sit in the yard and like very zen-like chew on a pebble. It was hilarious.
Yay.
That's great.
Good old
Hi.
Hank.
Yeah.
Good old Hank.
Look at him being calm.
Also, I have meat on a stick.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Nice.
where did that tube-shaped meat come from that you have on a stick right now?
It's not tube.
And where's your husband right now? Is he in
He could
several?
be anywhere.
Is he in other pieces too?
Yeah, that's right. He hasn't been seen in a week.
Are there different cuts for dinner?
I mean, you get what you get. This is a quality show.
No, you get what you get when you marry the Steen.
That's right.
You
can't have been his friend.
eating,
And
motherfucker.
it is chicken.
It's chicken.
Because we know I love me some
Is that what you
chicken.
called him while you were murdering him?
You a chicken?
You guys ever know anybody who dated somebody who was pretty clearly suspected of murdering their ex? Because I do.
God, no.
I know
What the
somebody.
fuck?
I know.
Where'd that
It's
come
weird.
from?
Is it you?
Well, I was thinking because, like, in a real life scenario, it was like we all tried to warn them, like, hey,
I mean, we're pretty
You know
sure
what
that lady's a murderer.
you know, the last guy. So, yeah, anyway. Good times.
Interesting.
Indeed.
Awesome. Well, what's happening? What's going
Good
on?
work.
What's new?
Alligators are taking over, but Drew
Alligators
doesn't
taking
want to
over.
tell people about it. That's what.
Well, I slotted that one back in because I forgot it. I didn't realize there was that twist. So we'll get to that in a minute. But here, let me pull up the real stuff here. Well, I mean, sort of the real stuff. Where is it here? Here we
Ne-
go.
I had my
Next
next
door
door
neighbor.
neighbor actually killed his ex. Jesus Christ, what neighbor? I do?
Yeah, it happens. Anyway, lead story.
Okay.
Lead story.
Russia is suspending the only remaining nuclear treaty with the U.S.
Oh yeah, it's the '80s again.
It is.
It's dressing like we're from the future too.
Yeah, so Russia's getting mad that we're like, we keep giving the people they're attacking weapons to defend themselves. They really think that's not fair. And so it turns out they earlier this week, they suspended the last nuclear treaty. It was something like called an ANU START. It was ANU START that was signed.
Like anus without the S?
Yeah, actually, yeah, like it's Anus Tart, I think is
Awesome. Anus
Anus
tart.
tart.
That's my favorite thing.
It's a good name for a nuclear treaty.
No,
It was signed.
Tell me an anus that isn't tart. All right, just saying.
We're
Search-
starting this segment off well, guys.
Oh, it's fine. This is the way it always goes. So, they signed it to the Obama administration back in 2015, and it limited both sides to 1,500 nuclear weapons and some other specific stuff. Russia's getting all mad, and they're like, "Hey, we're just going to get out of this." Now, what's interesting is, again, you go down and read a little bit more. There's some cool details in there. One of the cool details is that part of it is that we were allowed to inspect their stockpiles of nuclear weapons, and they were allowed to inspect ours, which seems fair. The inspections were suspended in 2020, and then we kept on asking the Russians, like, "Hey, can we come on over and check that stuff out?" And they're like, "No, you can't." So
they didn't say no. They said niet.
yeah, they said yeah. That's
Thank
true.
you. Thank you.
They did say it. Yeah,
That's your lesson today. See, now we're getting our educational grant money.
yeah. So they were out of compliance for the last. I mean, granted, both sides agreed because of COVID, but then COVID went away, and they were like, "No, you can't come over here." The other interesting detail at the bottom is that, and again, this is what they said. I swear to God, they said that they have reason to suspect that the United States is going to restart nuclear testing, and in response, they're going to think about restarting nuclear testing themselves. Yeah.
Of course.
They're gonna think about it.
it's pretty circular logic there, but
Yeah.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna think about it. So I guess we'll see.
Since they suspended the thing, now they're afraid that we're
Yeah.
going to start testing.
Yeah, exactly. Although they probably need to test too, because given the shape of literally every other piece of military equipment they have, I bet they don't have any working nukes.
I bet they don't have any working plutonium.
Yeah, or anything. I mean, they don't have tires. I mean,
Yeah.
so I don't know how that's going to go.
Maybe the nukes will be full of Russians.
Yeah, exactly.
Russians holding a jar of nitroglycerin.
Yeah, well, that was a North Korea tactic there for a while. They used to kill people by launching them out of artillery guns. I don't know how that works, but they did it.
Yeah, that's an old medieval siege tactic.
Yeah.
Launch
Yeah,
their own people back at them that were on fire.
Yeah, exactly. That ought to.
There you go. Here's one of your guys.
Yeah, take it back. We don't need them. So that was a good time. Like I said, I don't know that there's anything to worry about here because they were probably out of compliance.
Boy, when is Putin gonna go away?
I don't know. As soon as possible, I hope.
He's so tiny.
Yeah, he is. Look at his little hands.
He's such a tiny little man.
Speaking of which, this photo is interesting because it's a photo of he did like a State of the Russian Union thing the other day where he just kind of rambled for a couple hours. What's interesting is, and they've been pointing this out, he clutched the desk the whole time and didn't let go of it.
He can't stand up. Whatever happened to his cancer?
I mean, if he's got it, it's still there. But we don't know. We have not heard.
I feel like there's a joke with anus tart and
man, she's been
there has to be
the whole story.
Yeah,
I'm not even listening to Drew. We don't care about the news story.
Putin, what's our funny anus tart joke?
Anus tart. Yeah, where is this?
I served anus tarts at Christmas last year. They were well received.
and how. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yay. All right.
So what else we got? This is fun.
And here's how Joe Biden was sneaked into the Ukraine without anyone noticing.
Yeah. So
he put a camera around his neck and a tourist hat.
Yeah, it was actually kind of dumber. So they flew him out over to Poland first, and I forget what they called it. It was some kind of it wasn't Air Force One because that's a dead giveaway. Like Air Force One shows up, the president's probably on it. So they were like, well, let's not be that obvious. So they flew him down there in some kind of a different, what was it, Air Force C-32, whatever that is, for smaller airports, I guess. And also, there's a little detail. They said they kept the windows rolled up.
On the plane?
On the plane, yeah, because nobody would know.
Standard.
Yeah.
Hey, but hey, we're at 30,000 feet. Roll that. Put that window back up.
Don't leave those open.
Crazy.
Then they got him on a train. They took him to the border with the Ukraine and Poland, and then they put him on a train. It was overnight for 10 hours, and then he popped out. They said that the people in Kiev started suspecting something was going on because they shut all the roads down. They don't usually do that. And then there was this white SUV driving around. They're like, "Is that the Pope? Like, who's in there?"
The Pope. What if it was?
It was Biden. He was in there.
Pope and he's like, the gays are okay, and he gets back.
Yeah, the gays are okay.
Like, fuck you, Pope. That's not what we needed right now.
Yeah, we need artillery shells.
Where's your Jesus magic?
Yeah, like cast a curse on those guys or something.
Yeah, something. Plague of locusts.
So he had a good visit. Apparently, they went to a lot of places. But one of the funny details about it was that while they were out walking around, the air raid sirens went off, and apparently, and this is like way. So when this was submitted, the headline, whoever sent this in says, "I wonder if he gets a royalty." Okay, now this is the article. I'm like, who are they talking about here? So I'm scrolling down. Who gets a royalty? And then, oh wait, what's Mark Hamill doing?
Yeah, of course, Mark Hamill does. Luke Skywalker can go anywhere. Oh, he can go anywhere he wants. Luke Skywalker.
It turns out that he's very pro-Ukraine, and he very kindly recorded the voice warnings for the air raid system.
What?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Did he do it in his Joker voice, though?
No, he did it in Luke Skywalker voice. He says something like...
The air alert is over.
Yeah, well, there's the all clear is he says, the alert is over. May the force be with you. The other one, the warning one is, where is it? It says... Yeah, there we go. Don't be careless. Your overconfidence is your weakness. So
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. Let's make puns out of air raid.
That's what he says to Palpatine.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Putin-tine.
Poutine, yeah. I was researching how this came about and found out that another interesting tidbit. So Mark Hamill says he just hates going to conventions and signing stuff, so he doesn't do that. But he's decided to start doing it, and he's been signing all kinds of merchandise and sending it over there to be auctioned off and turned into
Oh, that's
guns and bullets.
nice. He's a nice guy.
Money,
And, yeah.
I
autographs to
like that
bullets.
guy.
Mark Hamill started the autographs to bullets campaign.
Yeah, that's what it is. Good, yeah, it starts with a signature and ends with a dead Russian.
How many? How many artillery shells can I buy with a signed standee of Luke Skywalker?
I don't know. That's a good question.
A lot.
Apparently, there's an auction. I'll have to Google it to find out, but apparently, there's an auction for that stuff. So,
I wonder if a side Krieger standee
yeah,
would bring any bullets whatsoever.
we
It
got to
That
get in
would
touch
be
with
a
those
no.
guys.
It probably
Yeah.
wouldn't even bring a Lunchable for one
No.
soldier.
Lunchables. Yeah, that's right. Be a Lunchable airdrop.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
they'll
we
send this
didn't, we
back.
didn't make enough to buy a Lunchable for that one
Nobody
Yeah.
knows who that is.
They don't want that.
guy. Exactly.
Some people do. It might work. I don't know. It'd be a good PR stunt to
Please
pull it.
buy Lunchables for the soldiers of Ukraine.
Yeah, more than one because they're hungry. That's a good segue. Nice job, guys.
Oh, and speaking
Hey,
of,
look at me.
Vegetable
Yeah.
shortages could last for up to a month.
Uh-oh.
So meanwhile, in England, they're running out of vegetables.
so only in England, not worldwide.
Right. Only in England, yes. Well, there's still plenty
Okay.
here because we grow vegetables and they don't.
Indeed.
Actually, they do grow vegetables, but they don't grow the ones they're running out of. They're running out of tomatoes in particular and cucumbers. I thought they grew cucumbers, but it is February.
Both
so
are
maybe,
gross.
Don't they live
Yeah.
close to Italy?
Who, England?
Yeah.
No, it's like it's way over.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things.
Well, sure, they're
It's
closer than we
and
are.
some tomatoes.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that where they come from in Europe? That's a good question. I don't know.
I would assume Italy,
Yeah.
is tomato-based. Southern Italy is pretty much tomato-based.
That it should be. I totally agree with that. They're
It
blaming the
is.
shortages
Have you had
on
Italian food?
Yeah, I've had a couple, a little bit here and there.
Couple.
Yeah.
I've had
Yeah.
a couple of
I've
Italian.
had a couple Italian foods.
Garlic bread.
No, that's it, and cheese bread.
You are in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, if it doesn't have gravy on it, we don't get it.
Yeah, cheese bread with marinara. Come on.
Yeah. So they're partially blaming the shortages on Brexit. I would also blame the shortages on them writing articles about it, because that's usually
Now it's going to be a panic rush for fucking tomatoes. Everyone's going to be buying the last of the tomatoes and cucumbers.
yeah.
That's,
Let's see. Look at
Better
that.
tomatoes than toilet paper. That's what I
Oh,
said.
look at that. They have a limitation too.
Yes.
They can
they've
only
got
buy
their
up to 3
rationing.
tomatoes, 3
Yep.
peppers, and 3 what
Mhm.
kind of peppers? Like bell peppers?
Sucky ones. Yeah,
Is
bell
it
peppers.
really so crippling?
I don't
that
like
you're
bell
gonna be out of
peppers.
tomatoes for a couple of months. Is that really so bad? That's
My
not.
guess is
who
that
gives
it
a
wouldn't
rat's
be
ass?
that bad, but now that everybody's all wound up and they bought them all, I think
Wait a
like,
minute. Didn't we determine that tomatoes are a fruit and not a vegetable?
They are a fruit.
Okay, so why is this now?
Nobody knows.
This
Buying
is
'em.
poorly
Nobody
written. Poorly
Nobody knows.
written.
Yeah, that's that stupid BBC. They suck at
Also,
this.
guess what? Don't they put a tomato in that weird breakfast they eat with beans?
Yeah, they do. They got stewed tomatoes shows up in the English breakfast for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why.
Such a weird
big beans.
breakfast. They eat beans for breakfast.
Beans.
Yeah.
How are they
And
not
blood
ripping
sauce.
parts all day long over there in England?
You got to start the day off right. Come out tooting. That's the way it goes.
And clean it out by noon.
Yeah.
It's tea time.
They
So-
are seedy.
One of the things that fascinates me about articles, especially when they start articles written from people from the country start beating their own country up, is watching the internal politics of the thing. And in particular, there's an MP who is upset specifically because she says that the Britons have been relying for too long on vegetables grown outside the country. And that's the real problem here.
Yep.
And she wants them to go back to eating turnips.
Fucking A, man.
That's the same thing.
Turnip pizza.
If only the Brits ate more turnips, we wouldn't have this shortage of tomatoes.
And you know what else? We wouldn't have jack-o'-lanterns if it weren't for the Brits and their turnips, because that's what they were carving back in
Mhm.
there before our religious zealots founded this land.
Yeah, because
By founded, I mean murdered the people that were here.
yeah, well, one way or the other, they but I mean turnips are gross. I don't blame them for calling them out and putting candles in them. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and making them spooky faces. to
Yeah,
look
yeah.
ghosts.
Then we don't have to eat them. I don't know what you
I
eat
don't
after.
know what a turnip tastes like.
It's not good. It's not good.
Is
Because you got to
turnip the
boil
same? It's different than a radish. Do they taste the
them.
same?
Yeah,
I don't
they're
know.
little.
I don't know anything about a turnip.
Yeah.
It's like a giant one, right?
Yeah. You never have one because they're terrible. That's why.
Don't you mash them or something? Can't you mash turnips or something?
I
Theoretically,
feel like we should experiment with some turnip recipes this weekend.
I actually kind of
We'll
want to
report
because
back.
I'm fascinated by the fact that they're really awful. But the reason they're popular is because they're shelf stable for months, so you don't really have to do anything to keep them around.
I think you
Love
guys should do that, and then
I'll get on it.
back to me next Thursday.
I like it. I will. I've been actually meaning to do that for a while. Cooking's like my thing. I will.
Cooking with turnips. You've been meaning to do.
Yeah, I swear to God. Yeah,
Turnip soup. Is that a thing? I feel like that's a thing.
probably.
That's turtle soup.
Japanese startup unveils a balloon flight space viewing tours.
Everybody loves balloons. Everybody loves balloons.
We're
All
back
of a sudden.
to the balloons.
Yeah, I know.
Balloon apocalypse.
I thought for sure we were getting away with a week with no balloons, and then these guys slide in. Now, also think about this, right? So let's say you've got a startup that involves balloon tours. Is now the time to launch that company?
Yes.
I don't think so. I don't. But they did.
You know what I'm gonna launch?
What's that? A balloon?
Alligators by balloon.
Oh, yeah, we should have done that.
To help
Yeah,
with the alligator revolution.
The gator drop.
The
yeah,
alligator
gator balloon.
apocalypse.
What I like about this article is so this is basically they claim that they want to open it up so that other people other than billionaires can go up into orbit. Okay, that sounds fine, except there's a couple of technicalities here. First of all, balloon doesn't go up in orbit. It does go up high enough to where you can see the curvature of the Earth. Okay, that's something. But it also costs $180,000.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah, no, that's not fun.
No, I don't think they thought that all the way through.
It's a lot of yen.
Yeah, it's
There's a lot of
also nobody wants to go up in near space.
If I had $180,000 to just blow, I would absolutely invest in a
ballooning
balloon
into the
flight
atmosphere.
space viewing tour.
Why not
Yeah.
waste it by going up and down in a balloon?
Yeah. You go really high.
Not
I mean,
in a
that is a
balloon,
thing.
but
Oh, neat!
higher.
I'm really high in a balloon.
Yeah, I know. Humans just like to be at the
You know,
top of
I'm
salty.
sure you're in a capsule. You're not like it's not. You're in a basket with a
I
space helmet
feel
on. You're in
like
a
I should be in a basket with a needle.
Yeah. You know what? Put a GoPro or something on a balloon and send it into space.
Yeah, it's almost the same.
And
Yeah,
just launch it
Do
over your
that.
city.
yeah,
I do that.
Or buy a drone
yeah.
Buy a drone
That's a thing
to
too.
play with. That sounds
All
like
the same
fun.
thing. It's a bit of a segue here.
Oh, and now a mystery sphere has been found on a beach, which is perplexing Japan.
I love this.
Is
one.
it a balloon?
No, it's a goddamn metal sphere. Just
It's a
watch
sphere.
that. Metal, round.
Yep.
Where
So,
did it come from?
so they've been calling it a kaiju egg, which
it's
I mean,
Godzilla egg.
let's hope not. That's not what it is. It's made of steel, and I mean, I don't know why it's perplexing because it's obviously a buoy of some kind, but they are apparently confused by this. They say it's very heavy. It's made of steel, and they've actually taken it to get X-rayed. And when after it was X-rayed, they said they didn't discover anything.
Mm-hmm. Except a weird yolk inside.
Yeah, except for the tiny.
And we think it's steel, but it's a weird kind of steel we've never really seen before.
I'm waiting until Godzuki pops out.
So
of
it's
there.
aliens?
Yeah, Godzuki. With his
Godzuki.
wings,
Remember him?
tiny
That's
wings.
almost too
that are
scary.
possible to
Godzuki
hoist that
the
giant
alligator.
creature.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah,
So what is it?
And
it's
maybe
a buoy.
a mermaid egg.
It's a buoy.
it's a buoy.
It's
Yeah, or it's a
cute.
kaiju egg, but yeah.
Well, why can't it be one of those target balls that were just lost at sea and had the seawater has stripped the paint off?
Yeah, maybe.
Does not look like a target ball. I feel like it looks like a target ball.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, excellent craftsmanship.
Yeah, that thing's held together for a while.
Giant steel sphere.
Yeah.
Good
they did
work.
They did a good job. So yeah, Godzuki will come out any
Hey,
day.
there's some human ingenuity for you, huh?
There is. Indeed.
And the James Webb Space Telescope discovers an enormous distant galaxies that should not
It
exist.
shouldn't exist. What are those doing there?
Why? Who
So here's
made
the picture.
those?
We
There,
thought
this
we knew everything. We're apes.
This is what they look like. There they are.
Look at them. Those
They
shouldn't
look the
exist.
same as the other galaxies that we know exist.
But
They
Christine,
do.
these ones shouldn't exist.
Yes,
But
they should
how
not.
do we know that these are actually the pictures? Why? How do you know this is a true story?
They should.
How
Well,
do you
they
know James Webb is not lying to us?
We don't. Maybe they've been
Maybe
lying all
it's
along.
just telling us, hey,
It's a conspiracy.
over here are some galaxies that shouldn't exist.
Yeah, they. So what they found is that one of the things James Webb was supposed to do was go and discover new galaxies, especially old ones, by looking all the way to the other side of the universe and trying to find.
That's crazy.
Isn't it though? It's nuts.
Come on.
Hubble had found a couple. I think that the youngest one. So looking back in time, like over 13 billion light years, these appear as they did very close to when the Big Bang actually occurred. And they expected that they would look kind of weird because they had some really grainy Hubble photos of a couple of them already. And they're like, well, we better zoom in on this. What they found was actually rather interesting. They found that, so these guys are all about 500 million years old, 300 million years old, which is not that old. What they expected to find was, well, they weren't really sure, but not what they found. What they found was that they looked like they were fully matured, maybe a little thicker and more dense than our current galaxy, but in a condition that they did not expect. They thought there would be more new stars, and there weren't. They don't have any explanation for this. Is literally the last thing they thought they were going to find.
Yeah, why don't we have Phil Plate right now? Where is Phil?
So
Is
I
Phil-
asked.
Yeah.
I texted Phil because I was like, Phil,
I'll
explain
say.
to us. Explain to us the giant mystery.
Explain.
Phil.
Yeah.
He says, I'm working on something else right now.
What?
That's dumb.
Yeah, I know.
Seriously.
Because he's getting paid
Yeah.
to do it.
You're right. Stupid job.
We need
Some
answers,
friends.
man.
He's out in his backyard playing with his miniature goats and his horse, Tiny Elvis.
We're doing a show for threes of people.
Yeah, I know. Clearly, I mean, he's only got horses. We got like
Look,
three.
man, out there with your tiny ponies. What are you doing?
He's not concerned about the mysteries of
doing with your life?
Yeah. So
Look at these stars raising tiny ponies.
yeah, that's what he's doing. So maybe next week he'll have an opinion about this. But yeah, because I asked him, I was like, what does it mean? What does it mean, Phil? He's like, I haven't really looked at that yet.
Hypothesis.
What?
Yeah.
These galaxies that shouldn't exist and the metal sphere are connected.
Oh God, I hope so.
They are.
That would be great. Maybe there's a galaxy inside the metal sphere. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's about to pop one out, like in that Eternals movie nobody looked at.
Yeah, oh, really? I didn't see that either. Is that what
Nobody did.
happened?
Nobody wanted to see that dumb movie. Who cares about
If
that?
that was the plot, I see the problem, I guess. Jeez, that sounds dumb. All right, well.
I've never even heard of this movie.
Right, exactly. It's
There
a
you
big
go, yeah.
Marvel movie. Nobody even heard of it.
And
Yeah.
on to more interesting topics. Would this be the first
Okay.
known
Hyperallergenic.
ancient Roman dildo?
Could it? So,
Oh, look, it's great. It's wooden.
I need a banana
Sick.
for scale.
yeah. Oh, here, they actually got here. There is a scale. Here you go. Ta-da.
6.5 inches long.
It just
Yeah.
seems so splintered.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was looking at it backward and the logistics wasn't
Well,
you
in my
silly
head.
goose. You see the head over
like
there,
that.
right?
I see
No,
it now.
the right
I see
side
it
is
now.
for regular use. The left side's for Saturday night.
The,
I got it.
the rest, the left side is for thunking your slave on the head if they catch you masturbating.
So
It
this
fits
has
comfortably.
Get out of here!
Whoa.
yeah, get out of here. Let me hit you with
Yes.
this thing.
Get back to the gladiator forum.
Yeah, so what happened was this thing was actually located in 1992, but they was misidentified. They said it was a darning tool.
Look at it, clearly a dick. Obviously a dick.
I know.
Yeah.
So I don't know what a darning tool is, but I
It's,
know
it's
it's related.
like sewing, like darning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
I knew that. Yeah. So
needles.
So
Darn.
Dill's wife Joan is a knitting expert, maybe even a knitting celebrity, if such a things exist. So, but I figured I was like, hey Joan, does this look like a darning tool or a dildo? And she said, why not both? And I'm like,
That's what I was just gonna say. 100%.
It turns out it is rather worn on both ends. So it was definitely used for at least 2 different purposes. That purpose and that one.
Wow.
Whatever that one was.
Maybe that one's the fisting side.
Yeah, I know. It's a Saturday Night side. Yeah, they said it could have been a mortar and pestle.
Yep, could have been a dick. Maybe they had a dick-themed kitchen.
Yeah, well, actually, so as you mentioned it, turns out that the ancient Romans were all about dicks. They put them everywhere.
They were everywhere.
They had dick necklaces. They had dick statues. They were
carved everywhere. They were painted everywhere. They
everywhere.
Graffiti was all dicks. They loved dicks.
They did. It was like Second Life. But
who doesn't love a dick?
Ancient Rome was full of dick pics.
It was. They were everywhere. They were literally freaking everywhere. All the dicks. So.
Bring it back. Bring back the dick.
Yeah. So anyway, and they talked about it all the time too. Well, just like us, I guess. So.
I was about to say, has anything really changed?
No, not really.
Yeah, we don't have as many around like they did.
True.
We don't?
Like people drawing dicks, hilarious cartoons everywhere.
Yeah.
You see them, but not as much as back then.
No.
Well, now we have the internet.
Yeah.
That's us in modern day.
It is. You're right. We need more dicks. You're right.
We don't have dicks.
All right. See if you like this transition.
It looks like George Santos has lied about helping kids that are sick with a rare disease. What? Another lie?
And they won't kick him out.
I know. Yeah. So speaking of dicks, I threatened last week to do a George Santos of the week. And so I realized that doing a George Santos of the week might be difficult because, well, what if some week they don't find anything? Yeah, well, so far we're on the
things. There's too many things.
Yeah, so here's the new one. This is great. Apparently, his campaign website and some tweets he sent out said that he and his family have been raising funds for epidermolysis bullosa, which is very rare. I'm not going to look it up because it's a skin disease, and I'm sure I'm going to get something I'm going to regret seeing. But it's very rare. It's so rare, as the article points out, that literally everybody involved in the charitable work around EB knows everybody. And so Vice Quinn had called everybody and said, hey, you ever heard from George Santos? They're like, no, we have no idea.
The lying guy? No.
Yeah.
Something?
Yeah. He claims that he was raising money for the disease. And since they started talking about this, somebody changed his website to say that he has been raising money for children with obscure health conditions. Here it is. That's what it used to say. Then they changed it.
To what?
They say that he's just raising money for health conditions, but it's even less
just general health conditions.
Kids with colds.
I was to say.
We're going to skip out kids with colds.
There it is. Other organizations that help at-risk children in America's veterans. Wow, what a nice guy.
Yeah, he's the best. He is the best. That guy, the Republican
stand-up guy.
Yeah, pretty much. What I like too is they called his attorney. They called his office and they didn't respond because I'm sure they're backlogged with people asking him about whether things are true.
Who are those poor fucking saps?
I can even imagine.
Signed to this dumb motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
They just show up every morning at 9 a.m. and erase the voicemail account because, like,
just have to field calls. I'm sorry.
I love his attorney's quote down there.
Isn't it great?
He said that Santos is overcompensating with sunlight and transparency, showing that everything he does is above board.
Mm-hmm.
He's just overcompensating, guys, with sunlight and transparency.
Yeah. Good for him. Those are words.
Good for him.
Yeah. So anyway.
How much? Where did his attorney go to college? Where did he get his license?
Yeah.
I don't need a college to be an attorney in Guadalajara.
That's got to be a full-time job, though, being Santos's attorney. I mean, it's like all day long you're getting calls asking you.
Is there even an attorney?
Yeah, I know. There's no telling. Who knows?
Is it John Barron? Is his attorney John Barron?
Yeah. It's like somebody that says he's been friends with him for quite a while, but I mean, so he knows what he can do.
It's Sorge.
He's friends with them because Santos keeps giving him money for all these problems.
Well, I mean, boy, he's got a lot. Yeah, can you imagine they must just keep the clock running like 24 hours?
Didn't he go on some news show recently and just go, I'm a terrible liar?
Yeah, and he's right. That's actually true.
Yeah.
Where we got here? But back to, so this is the penis trifecta.
Oh, and a man dressed as a 7-foot penis is arrested for harassing women. But he was only arrested after he was accused of acting suspiciously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Harassing them how? I mean, was he handing out flyers? Man, that's a big dog.
There's a photo of
Is
the
it
booking.
inflatable? Because we all know how I feel about inflatables.
It's a white guy inside, clearly a very brown penis. And
I like
wearing flip-flops.
wearing flip-flops.
I'm going out in my penis costume. I'm going to wear some flip-flops.
Look at his face,
man.
too.
Where was
he is clearly questioning his life decisions.
Yeah, it's like I made a bad call. So Rio de Janeiro was doing Carnival, where everybody gets naked and dances around the street. If YouTube is to be believed, and I think it's probably accurate. This guy decided that why not, instead of dressing up in like a thong or something, the idea would be is I'm going to dress up in a giant penis costume and chase women. Yeah, and
you watched a lot of Harpo Marx scenes on YouTube before he went to Carnival.
I was thinking yakety sax, probably. Yeah,
like, there's a good racker right there. I'm just gonna chase him around like a big dick.
Yeah, they mentioned that online commenters questioned the costume choice. They said maybe it's a poo costume and not a giant dick.
Oh, see,
it could be.
Yeah, he just chose the wrong festival. You know, he could go to Japan. They got that one penis.
Yeah,
festival. He would probably be the king.
Yeah, that's right. They'd probably get him
a tower over everybody. In a 7-foot penis costume.
Oh yeah, definitely. Here's Carnival. What Carnival might look like. Also,
but now imagine a giant 7-foot penis running through there.
Yeah, we don't have any action photos of that, unfortunately. But so I don't know why the article mentions this, but then it goes on to say, oh, and he wasn't the only guy that got arrested this weekend. There was a 20-year-old dressed as a prisoner. Who apparently that was not the problem, but he attracted the attention of the cops because he had a homemade ankle tracking bracelet on there. And then when they actually went up to find out if he was a prisoner or not, he did find he had cannabis and cocaine on him.
Oh, well, I mean, it's Carnival.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
People are not sober. There's no.
Show me who isn't carrying cocaine right
now. Yeah, none of these people.
Rio.
It's a cocaine trumpet right there, or whatever it is.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway,
Brazil doesn't have anything better to do.
Nah, they really don't. Nothing else going on. They might as well just
bust guys dressed like convicted felons.
Yeah. All right. I had nowhere to put this, so I just dropped it in where I could. This doesn't match
That's
up
what
at all.
He said. How Jimmy Carter saved a Canadian nuclear reactor after a meltdown.
Oh, that good old Jimmy Carter. He's always doing the right thing.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter is in hospice care. I don't think he died yet because I feel like
he hasn't died yet.
Yeah, so that's gotta suck. Can you imagine? Like,
hang on, baby.
He's just lingering. He's like, this is taking too long. What's going on?
I'll go after this one last peanut.
Yeah, he so Jimmy Carter was the I actually went on a couple radio shows with this story, and we were talking about, they were like, was he a greatest president or not? I'm like, well, I mean, regardless of your politics, he was the greatest ex-president. Like beyond
100%.
Yeah, there was nobody's done more after being president than this guy.
Yeah, he was the best president as an ex-president.
Yeah, because like W has been painting, so I guess that's good. He's staying out of trouble. Yeah, he's painting.
Clinton's just who knows, God knows what.
Banging chicks.
Like Jimmy Carter and Habitat for Humanity are like synonymous,
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I worked on. They did the first Habitat house opened in Lexington in '89, and I was in high school, and I went out and worked on it. It was really pretty cool. So Jimmy Carter had a long and storied life. Was involved in all kinds of stuff behind the scenes. Apparently, in 1952, a Canadian nuclear reactor started to melt down. And Carter had a PhD in nuclear physics, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
I don't know.
Somebody can check me on that. I think he did.
I had no idea.
Anyway, so he was smart. Okay, yeah, I got a yes from the audience there, so we're good. Yeah, he had a PhD in nuclear physics, so he was definitely a cool guy. He also a really cool stat is that he put solar panels on the White House in the late 70s, and the minute Reagan showed up, he tore them out.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting rid of this hippie nonsense.
Nuclear engineering, specifically. Yeah. So anyway, this is why they called him. So Canadian nuclear reactor starts melting down. They're like, damn, who do we know who can fix this? Jimmy Carter was still in the military, so they called him and a bunch of other guys up, and they were like, somebody's got to get down there and fix this thing. So somehow they had time to build an exact replica of the nuclear reactor, which I don't know. That seems like that might take a while, but it didn't. At any rate, they trained on it, and then they sent the teams in 90-second shifts because of the radiation was so bad. And it turns out they massively miscalculated. It was still really bad, even at 90 seconds. Jimmy Carter said in a 2015 interview that his urine was radioactive for months.
How do you know?
I don't have any idea.
That's horrifying.
Does it glow?
It's a different flavor. I don't know.
Assuming it glows.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't say, but yeah, he saved Canada single-handedly. Good job. Well, they actually had some.
Oh, bad. Are we sure? Does he and Rosalind have a superhero baby around somewhere?
No, but they did say that, interestingly, he did it even though he does have, apparently his whole family has a history of cancer, like everybody all the way back. So before he went in, he knew this, and he's like, yeah, I'll do it anyway. It's like, wow, man, what a guy.
He went in. Maybe it took care of it.
Maybe it did. Yeah, maybe he got cured.
There's a little radiation treatment for him.
Yeah.
Cancer capability right out of his body. Look at him. He's like 95 years old or something. He's still hanging out.
Yeah. For now, he's probably won't make it the rest of the week. But
Come on, but the cancer.
But still doing everything that he's doing at his age too, right? 98.
Yeah. And his radioactive pee didn't get him.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
There you
No,
go.
it killed somebody else. But anyway.
All right.
Fucking Jimmy
All
Carter.
righty.
That's the power of peanuts right there.
It is. It's good old Jimmy Carter. What a great guy. All right, now into something unrelated completely.
Is it 10 hobbies that are an immediate red flag?
Yes.
Is reading FARC on one of those?
Ad.
Nope. It doesn't look like an ad.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I'm very confused.
Let me explain. So apparently this was a Reddit thread, and it doesn't say which subreddit it was on. So now normally we have some people submit these, and I'll read them occasionally, because they're like a super weird one on here. Okay, yeah. So like some of these I don't even think are hobbies. A lot of them are red flags, but let's go through them and see what you all think. All right. So first of all, number one,
posting everything on social media.
Christine.
I don't post everything. And I'm a walking fucking red flag.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point.
That is true.
Yeah, it is. I mean, even if you're not the one causing it, it happens around you, and that's still.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
You're always proximate.
Really, you're the one causing it.
Sometimes, like with nails going into lungs and stuff.
Whatever. It's a thing.
Anyway, next one. How about this one?
Driving on rainy days and splashing on pedestrians is a joke. That's not a hobby, but that is a red flag, yes.
Well, it's a red flag, and if it was a hobby, that'd be a hell of a red flag.
That would be like a, criminal red flag.
Yeah. You know what's fun, guys? You know what we ought to do?
What do you want to do today? Oh, let's go out. It's raining. Let's go out and
splash
this. Fucking pedestrians.
My favorite thing.
Favorite thing in the world. To get a new fucking hobby.
Oh, yeah. Well, just wait. There's other dumb ones, too.
All right. Making fake social media content, like 90% of FARC.
I mean, basically, yeah, that's kind of what we're doing.
Red flag city.
Right? I mean, I got no comeback for that.
From the Ohio, red flag city.
Yeah, exactly.
Participating in cockfighting or dogfighting for fun.
Okay, no, I like the qualifier.
By participating, do you mean fighting chickens and dogs?
Personally, climbing
Betting
in the ring
on it or watching it is not a red flag. But if you go in that ring with a cock or a dog,
I'm getting in there with some razors on my shins.
Agreed, it's a red flag. Again, unsure if it's a hobby. I guess it could be. I'm not really part of that world, so
yeah.
But I mean,
I feel like it's a money-making venture and less of a hobby.
Where are they doing cockfights?
Kentucky, still, yeah.
Yeah, everywhere.
Want to go to one? I don't, but I know where one is.
Oh,
boy. Go check it out.
Jeez,
I like the qualifier for fun too. That's my favorite part. Because like if you didn't like it, it's okay.
So that is a qualifier because some people do it for income, and that is not a red flag, guys. Just to make that clear.
That is putting food on their family's table.
Yeah, chicken and dog, I guess.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what happens.
Hey.
Okay.
Gotta eat them afterwards.
Our next hobby is stalking and randomly messaging strangers about themselves. Who are these people that they polled?
What is this shit you're laying on us right now, Drew?
I know. So somebody in the thread popped up and said that they knew somebody who would literally go find strangers on the internet, dig up all the data they had on them, and then harass them as a hobby for fun. That's amazing.
So there's a girl on TikTok that actually does that, but she does it for people who ask her, like, I bet you can't find anything about me on the internet. And she just posts like a 3-minute long TikTok that just details exactly how she found out your fucking name and address and all this stuff. So, oh my God, Dill is here.
No.
Oh.
Speaking of bad hobbies,
I'm here, but I
welcome,
can't hear
Dill.
anything.
You can't hear anything.
Oh, why can't
you
hear
not
anything?
You got to reboot his stuff. So yeah, this would be a red flag if it was a hobby.
Okay.
I like this one, number 7.
Being into Hitler.
Yeah.
Being into Hitler.
Yeah.
Fun.
For fun. Yeah.
I mean,
it's your job.
In college, I used to dress up as Hitler on Halloweens in like it was Hitler on vacation, and I had a pair of lederhosen and an old camera around my neck.
That seems fine.
I mean, and it was Halloween. It was Halloween, and so I was choosing history's greatest monster.
Okay, well, it kind of works. Yeah.
This is a good point.
This is a good point. Not as bad as being Hitler, yes.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Being Hitler's a red flag. Yeah.
Indeed.
Hitler's a red flag. So anyway, being into Hitler, sure. Okay, that makes sense. Then we got number 8.
Gambling.
I mean,
that's a hobby, I would say, but that's really not a red flag.
Yeah.
Everything in moderation.
Gambling.
Well, obsessive, but anything. I could be an obsessive, fucking cartwheeler, and that would be considered a bad hobby because it's obsessive compulsive. So yes, literally anything is bad.
And I can be just a little into Hitler without being called a
There's a lot of backsliding. Yeah, sure.
Maybe I'll just log out of this and go back to what I was doing. What did I walk into here?
Oh, no, poor Joe.
Yeah. Anyway, number 9.
We don't know what this is that Drew is laying on us. Some kind of weird.
Great. It's hobbies that are red flags.
Pushing people to turn their hobby to make money.
As a hobby.
Like what? Like
I don't know.
Is this like MLM or selling guitar lessons? I don't understand what this is saying.
You know what you should do with your hobby of splashing people with puddles in your car?
Make money.
Make money off that shit, son.
No, that's a good point.
Now.
I don't understand why.
I'm confused by this.
I have to.
You could combine the stalking random people for fun.
Sure.
The splashing people with your car in puddles.
Yep. Right.
And just sort of a revenge scenario into the money making thing by running the service where you got a boyfriend or whatever that was cheating on you and broke up with you because you walked into your home and he was with another woman. We'll splash him for you.
Yeah, I like that.
While you're dressed as Hitler.
Well, yeah.
Oh!
It's like Hitlerception here.
Driving around with I wonder what German for splash is.
Can you imagine that? You'd be like, man, that car just splashed water at me, and I think Hitler was driving.
That was the car. That was goddamn Hitler's splash car.
That bastard.
the Splashwagen.
Okay, so again, I'm
Splashwagen.
All right,
I'm not
10.
liking this list. Guys who spend hours on Instagram liking and commenting on random models' posts whom they've never met.
It sounds like stalking.
That sounds like a lot of guys. Posted on Celebrity World.
Of the insults on the internet.
Yeah, being an incel, I think, is what that is.
Yeah, that's.
And then the last one, I don't understand why this is even on the
Crushing Monster Energy drinks and punching drywalls, Dill.
Totally, Dill. That's why you had to move.
Yeah.
Punch the last house down.
Punched all the walls.
I'm into what I'm into. It is what it is. I like punching walls and crushing Monster Energy drinks.
Crushing Monster Energy drinks.
Yeah.
I feel like I expected more like, red flags, knitting, playing the piano, and why that can be a red flag. But none of these are hobbies.
I don't understand any of this.
These are just bad traits of people.
These are bad ideas.
These are bad ideas.
I feel that Monster Energy drinks should be sponsoring Dill because he punched a whole house down.
Yeah, he did.
I just, yeah.
After crushing their product.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Maybe it's
Anyway,
because
I need
maybe it's because he
sponsorship.
runs a coffee shop and they're like, he's a goddamn competitor.
Yeah, that's it.
What's he
Yeah,
doing
that's
drinking
true.
our drink for anyway? His coffee can't be any good.
Well, our coffee at strangebrewcoffee.com is way better than Monster Energy drink.
Oh yeah. So
Of course.
if you think you can punch holes in walls with Monster,
Yeah.
Yeah. Try the coffee.
yeah, you can punch
Drink
black
some
holes
Strange
in
Brew coffee,
space.
you can punch a hole in the universe.
Yeah.
Oh, these are some
Right.
strange hobbies.
The universe had it
Let's
coming.
just move on.
Not
I feel
whatever,
like
yeah.
this
The
has been a
universe does have
disaster.
it coming with its random galaxies that should not exist.
Yes, it does. Here we go. This is-
Do
Montclair Theater hosts Bring Your Own Baby matinee movie screening on Wednesdays. Is Montclair, New Jersey?
Yes, it
Did
is.
you just leave a baby in the theater?
I like that they said
they used
your
to have
own
bring
baby.
Bring
it
your
used
own
to be
baby.
bring somebody
not-
else's baby,
not-
but that was
yeah.
very problematic.
Yeah. I mean, do you get in for free if you bring a baby?
It says that actually
your own.
Yeah, you gotta bring your own baby. So it has to be your baby.
Does,
You can also bring you can bring the baby's siblings if they're under 5 and they're going to keep the lights on while the movie's going. But
okay.
I question this part of it because this doesn't sound like the first thing. Like, okay, let's say I'm a theater, right? And I'm like, okay, we want to do a bring a baby matinee movie screen, right? That's not the first title I come up with. That's the second title.
BYOB, right? They're doing a BYOB, but it's
Exactly.
bring your own baby instead of booze.
Oh,
BYOB.
I see.
Oh, well, never mind that. I was hoping it was something worse, but I guess not.
No,
I feel like this entire thing, like,
trying to be clever.
yeah, I'm gonna go out. I'm a new parent. I'm leaving that fucking asshole kid at home. I'm sorry, like, I
Or
don't
it's
wanna go to a
further
movie
like
with my
I want to
fucking
see
baby.
this movie, but I can't bring my baby to the theater because the goddamn thing always goes ape shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you
great! I can
buy-
go see the
you
movie in a house full
Rent
of
a babysitter. You rent a babysitter or do the thing and go to a
No,
fucking movie
some people
without the
can't go
damn
see-
kid.
Some people can't.
And
go
on
see
top of
a
that,
$20 movie and rent a
and
babysitter at the
let
same
me
time.
remind our childless friends that babies' hearing is more sensitive to
And they're
loud
stupid.
sounds. So the
Babies are-
movie with the
Oh,
babies
Dolby
are dumb.
surround sound and the woo 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 woo, it is not good. Just
Plus, the
saying.
baby isn't going to understand the movie.
No.
And then where's the baby gonna sit? You're gonna hold the baby for 2 hours?
Where's the
You're gonna
baby
put-
going to shit?
sit.
No,
Well,
I'm
You
saying
can't
where's
put
the baby going
you
to
can't put a
shit?
carrier on those fucking seats because they
When,
rock and make move. It's not safe. This is
You
a
just
bad
sit it
idea.
on the floor and it sticks.
And then how are they going to get the popcorn?
You send the baby.
We took
There's
Evelyn
all
to
kinds
a
of
movie when
problems
she
with
was less than a year old, and she slept through the whole thing. And we had an escape plan. If she started to cry, we were going to get out, and that was for one of the Avengers movies. So we went to see it, and she slept through it. I'm like,
Jeez.
well, we won't be those
Sounds-
parents if the baby starts to cry. But
You and
she
your
was very influenced by that movie.
theories.
Oh yeah.
I
We're
don't
bad
like
parents.
babies.
I mean, I admit it.
Yeah. It was good though.
Well,
At
don't
least
I
you
don't
try.
like babies.
don't bring your own baby.
Yeah, bring your own
I
baby.
don't. Can I bring someone else's baby and
No.
just leave them
No,
there?
it's his
You can't.
own. That's Drew's whole issue with this.
You can't bring
That I
somebody.
can't bring. Is there a fine print? Are there contracts? This
Does-
is a recipe
Does the
for
baby
disaster.
have to be alive?
Hey,
It doesn't say.
there's a good
Can
one
I
in chat.
drive-
It says, "Leave
damper
leave
this
a
up?
baby, take a baby." Ben,
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Leave a baby, take a baby is the best.
A
Yeah.
reborn baby, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah,
Adoption.
What's the benefit to this? When I'm going to a movie, I don't want to take care of my asshole kid.
I think they're warning the rest of us not to go to the showing.
I would agree with that 100%. This is where all the babies have been punished too.
Yeah. And then can I
well,
bring a real
lucky
baby?
for me. Well, lucky for me, my daughter's 5. She's no longer a baby. So when we go see Cocaine Bear tomorrow, it'll be all right. It's gonna be okay.
That'll be great.
But you know what? Little kids love bears. She doesn't need to understand
Just
why it's
playing
going
the
to
snow.
And Daddy loves cocaine. It's
Yeah, you go like, because bears love because sugar. That's what sugar does to you, and that's
Yeah,
a
no.
good lesson All that gore is what it's like living with you when you eat sugary cereal.
Right.
All this
What
What
radioactive
movie are they
gore.
going to show? This is important. What movie?
Oh, what did they say? I hope it's Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine
I really
Bear.
do.
That would be
Yeah, they
great.
better. Doesn't say. I guess it doesn't matter.
A newly released film. So they're just going to randomly pick a newly released film.
So Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like
Get that
it.
kid a box of goobers and enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take your kid to Cocaine Bear.
I don't like it.
Oh,
It's a terrible idea.
Oh, here we go. Here you go, Leggy.
Oh, the New York alligator has been captured in Brooklyn's Prospect Park.
In Brooklyn.
Look at his fucking little legs. He skipped gym day.
Yeah,
Leg
Dude.
day at the gym.
That's, you know,
Skinny little legs.
because those are man-sized legs he's growing in order to walk on 2 feet.
yeah, probably.
Telling you right now, we got to watch the alligators.
Yeah. So this week, Lucky and I were texting each other the entire week. Anytime we saw an alligator-related story, what did we get to? 5?
Something like that.
Since Monday. I
Wow.
was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Actually, there was
gators
a 6th one. There was a 6th one today. It was actually from a Florida newspaper. It was, if you discover that in your neighborhood, because Florida's got all these lakes, if you discover an alligator in a lake in your neighborhood, who is supposed to remove it? And it turns out it's the HOA. They got to do it.
Yep.
Wow.
Fuck yeah. I would have, if that was a rule here, fucking HOAs are ridiculous. I would like transfer in alligators. I would be flying them into my neighborhood and then calling the HOA and be like,
another one.
Just let them loose.
Yeah.
Love this idea.
See?
Great.
Yeah.
See?
Okay.
This
is so much better than the fucking baby story.
This is the way to do it. You got to befriend the alligator, man. This is the only way to win this gator apocalypse that's coming. Is you got to get on their side.
Yeah, and then put
so
this.
So is this the alligator that's been captured like multiple times?
Yes.
Yeah, like you were saying, I didn't read this article, but apparently this is the 2nd time they caught the same alligator.
Yeah, man.
It's super weird.
Well, how do you get back in?
They
just re-release him.
Man-sized legs. He gets up and runs like Wally Gator.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a little necktie and collar on. Look at him. He is
looks
tiny.
scrawny.
Look at him. Yeah, because he's living in sewers, eating rats. He doesn't get much to have.
No wonder he's lethargic.
Yeah,
feed him the nearest HOA member, please.
Take him to the movie theater with the babies.
With the babies.
This will solve all the problems.
Here's my question, though. All right, so we got this scrawny alligator running around in New York City. They better check the sewers for man-sized Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Yep. They should have done that a while back.
They should have done that a while back.
Captain Orr just went there.
It's
Captain
not like they haven't been worn since the 80s.
Yeah, the Gatorade. Yeah, that's
that guy's name is Leatherneck.
Anyway, back to Florida for a second here. Ta-da!
A Florida bill would ban allowing dogs to stick their heads out of car windows and also declawing cats.
Fuck you, dog.
So I agree with the second one. Absolutely, you should not be declawing.
Yeah, absolutely. Cats. That should be illegal 100% everywhere.
The dog thing.
What the fuck you? The dog's greatest joy is sticking their heads out the window when they drive in a car. What are you taking that away from them?
I feel like I understand what they're trying to do, but at the same time, there are solutions for that. So, like when I take my dogs in the back seat, there are harnesses that actually latch your dog to the back seat so that he doesn't accidentally fall out. Yeah. And I put the child lock on the window because their paws get on the window button. So I put the child lock so they can't raise or lower the window by themselves, So I feel like there are more reasonable solutions than taking the dog's fucking joy away.
Get your laws off my dog, Florida.
So based on I could be wrong about this, but based on the construction of the bill that they passed, it sounds like they started out trying to prevent something else because aside from the declawing of cats, it also says that they want people to stop driving around with their dogs on the roofs of the car, which, that sounds all right.
Is that a thing in Florida?
It's Florida, man, I'm sure.
Florida is the most batshit crazy place on earth.
It really is. It really is, man. Nobody can touch these guys.
It's really a marvel. It really is.
Yeah, I know. It's like
I hope all of Europe is studying Florida.
they are. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully so that nobody becomes like that.
Yeah.
But
all of science should be focused on exactly what the fuck is going on down there.
Nobody
Yeah.
knows.
So what do we think? Do we think this is going to pass? Do we think it's going to go through?
No, because a Democrat filed the bill, so it's dead.
Oh, that's dead. All right.
Yeah,
So it's a non-story.
Never
Got
mind.
it.
I don't think dogs should be sticking their heads out at anybody's window.
Yeah. What else did they ban here? It was kind of weird. You got to have your dogs in the crate if they're in the back. There was something else weird. There's the cat thing.
Banning cosmetic testing.
Cosmetic testing. They're banning that.
That's valid.
You're allowed to keep the data, but you can't do any more. And then I was thinking, what else was there? No, that was it. Other than where was it? The cat declaw thing. They did specify that if your cat is already declawed, you're all right. But if you get it declawed,
sorry, we're gonna have to put that cat down.
Yeah,
we're putting the claws back in.
Why
Yeah.
don't they just take his head out the window?
Back in.
Yeah.
We're putting the claws back in, but this time they're metal and they hate you.
Yeah, exactly.
When are they going to ban people from putting their fucking feet on the dashboard? That's what I want to know.
When are they going to ban
gross.
people from taking their shoes off on airplanes?
Yeah, that's
that too. What the shit?
You got to get around that. Yeah.
Come on, you're not
I
in
don't
your
think
goddamn
Florida-
living room.
I don't think Florida's going to be first on that one. All right, get to the end of this.
A dog challenges a shark to a fight, and he wins in front of screaming tourists.
Yeah.
Wow. Are they screaming for joy?
No. No.
Yay.
I got here. It's not very long. It's only 37 seconds, but it starts out with them filming the shark, and they're like, wow, what a big shark. And I think somebody says it's 12 feet long. You can't really tell what's going on, but the reactions are pretty good. So let's see here. First, there we go. Got it. Okay, now what?
Maybe.
That's a hammerhead shark right there.
That
Look
is a
at
hammerhead, yeah.
Big old noggin.
How big is that?
It's big,
12
lady.
feet.
That's the lady in the video.
You can't. There's a dog way up there in the corner. There he goes. He just jumped in to go after the shark.
That shark.
Come here, I'll bite your ass off.
Get him, dog.
Get it? That's what's happening.
Get him.
That dog said, I'll stick my head out the window any goddamn
Yeah,
time.
Yeah,
I
that's
want."
right. That's right. It's not great
Okay.
video,
Where did this happen?
by Bahamas.
Bahamas.
Yeah, they're raising their dogs right in the Bahamas. Let me tell you
Yeah,
something.
they said the dog
Yeah.
belongs to a local sailor out there, and the dog's always greets all the boats, but it's the first time he's jumped in and chased a shark before.
Oh, man, I love that dog.
Yeah.
What the shark just took off? It was hard to
Yeah.
tell. The shark
was like,
yeah.
the shark was like, ah!
I don't even
Yeah,
know
shark
what
like-
to do about this.
What the
Somebody should tell me.
This has never happened before. I'm out of here.
I don't know what it is. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm out of here. What the hell? Who charges
looks looks like dogs are the apex predators once again.
Motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah, and finally,
And sadly, the
There
fire-breathing
he
demon
is.
dog Ralphie has been returned to the shelter.
Oh, Christine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Christine, now is your shot.
yeah,
Ralphie.
Oh my gosh. Just bring him to me.
You're Ralphie's
when-
last
Yep.
hope.
So last week we were talking about how they had gotten a post from the new owners, but remember I pulled some quotes and I was like, this doesn't sound good. Where they said he's not peeing on the inside the house all the time. And,
Oh, yeah. Not all the time.
Not all the time.
Sometimes.
yeah, so
Well.
they sent it back.
Come on, Christine.
Christine,
Bring
go
him
get
to
that dog,
me.
please.
Nobody is going to stop him from peeing indoors like you will.
So it turns out Christine might actually have a shot at this because here's what they're doing now. So since this is the fourth time the fire-breathing demon and a whole jerk dog got returned to the shelter, they're hiring some kind of what did they call this guy? Like some kind of
He's a whole jerk.
he's a whole jerk. That's what they
Yeah.
call it.
Look at that
They're
old
hiring a
jerk.
trainer for him?
They're going to find some kind of a hardcore trainer for him. And he's going to go
Like-
through like a 6-week something or other. Where is this here?
Yeah, 6-week boarding and training program. That's
Six
pretty
week
normal.
Attitude adjustment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something. So they're raising money for this.
As long as it's not Caesar, I'm good with it.
Yeah, they're raising money for this, and I think they're trying to get to $6,000. And in the meantime, they're taking applications again for adoption. This time, they specifically want to hear from people who have dealt with really crazy dogs. And Christine, I think you might have a
Hey,
shot.
Christine.
that is you,
Do you
Christine.
want a brother? Do you want a
Yeah.
brother named Ralphie?
He's a whole jerk.
He's
Oh,
a whole
look, he
jerk
says
and he
yes.
breathes
Oh,
fire.
jerk.
Whole jerk, that dog.
Oh, Christine, you will be a savior.
Yeah.
Oh Lord! But then he'll be like completely normal by the time he finishes his 6 weeks training
Oh, I
program.
doubt it.
We all know I
Yeah.
don't like normal dogs.
Think
Do you want an
about-
evil brother? Sit.
You're
Sit.
thinking of this all wrong.
Good
Christine.
sit. Good sit.
Think
He's a good
about
sit.
how much your OnlyFans page will make during Ralphie's rehab.
Yeah.
Only
Oh, yeah.
dogs.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, I'd sign up for that.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
you can use that
You just-
fire-breathing dog to light your cigarettes and stuff.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
yeah.
hey, man.
I'm in. Now I want to
Indeed,
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christine,
Good
Ralphie
Send
and
them to
you,
me.
Yeah.
you
Gotta fly.
You need each other.
I do need me some Ralphie
And
Yeah.
Ralphie needs Christine.
He does.
and Hank.
And Hank.
Hank
Sit.
does not
I
need
vote
no
yes.
Ralphie in his life right now.
Yeah, he's like, well,
Boy.
look,
Poor
he's like,
Hank.
yeah.
Where's
He is a
that
good
dog
boy.
located? Did we know that? I forget.
Niagara.
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 Oh,
And New York. He's in
You
two
know,
different
it's a
places.
long drive.
That's Niagara is very scenic. Maybe Ralphie would enjoy a trip there.
Yeah.
Just swimming.
Yeah.
Maybe put a little shark, mechanical shark in the water.
I think all the states we live in are in between here and there, so we could totally like do some kind of road thing. That's what we got to do.
Yeah.
Who gets the poor task of driving with Ralphie?
Christine. Obviously.
Christine.
Yeah. She's the dog whisperer.
Yeah.
Fucking get Ralphie his own train car.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably need it.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's get some
Sniffing her chicken.
sponsorships. Let's make this happen.
The article did say that part of the problem is that he thinks everything is his, and if you try to like dissuade him of that notion, he gets really mad. That could be a
Okay,
problem.
but he's like
Oh.
this big. How much damage could he do? And
Yeah,
I've already had
let's
my
find out.
tetanus
My God.
shot, so this is just a win-win.
Why do we need to do this? We want to know.
so many times.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 4 times is a lot, man. Especially the last time, because man, those people knew what they were getting into, and even
They knew what they were getting into, and then they returned him saying he annoyed their older dog, which is just really irritating because, like, generally before shelters adopt out, they have a meet and greet, they have a sleepover, and they require the dogs and the humans to meet each other before they're finalized into the family.
I am so happy that Ralphie is about to, for real, enter our lives because for this thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get him, so y'all just need to deliver him to me, and then
We'll
I
figure
will
something out.
sadly accept my fate. But
We'll
We
get,
can
we'll
relay
get him. We'll
please
get
adopt Ralphie.com.
Everybody start the Christine campaign.
Yeah.
Let's get
To get me another dog.
What does Ralphie need $6,000 for up top? What is that for?
Hardcore
training.
training of some kind.
Training and boarding and training. So they're going to board and train him simultaneously in a 6-week program with the trainer.
Well,
They
maybe
call $6,000.
maybe if you raise the $6,000 on your OnlyFans page,
Yeah.
then they'll give you Ralphie when he's trained up,
Yeah, I think so.
and then the two of you
Well, why
can
don't
become
you
big
just-
stars together.
Yeah.
Why don't they give you the $6,000 and you take him when he's untrained so we can be
Yeah.
entertained?
That's
Yeah.
This is even
Then
better.
you have $6,000.
Yeah,
This
until he
is
destroys
even
that much of
better.
their stuff. Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
there's
You can buy
after
$4,000
Hank,
of
there is
nature's.
nothing left to destroy.
Think of the poor
Really?
guys.
Well, you can buy $4,000 of nature's miracle for when he pees all over your house.
Yeah.
that stuff works
Yeah, for
pretty
a big
good.
truckload of that.
Indeed.
Poor
All
Greg
right.
to build him a little wing, his own
Poor
wing.
Ralphie.
Yeah.
Get him
Yeah.
a she shed to live in.
We'll figure this out. We'll get working on this. And we'll,
We're
Well, I'm
working on
super
it.
glad that I interrupted your broadcast so I could catch on to some of these things. I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
miss it. I'm happy to have
I'm
made
a
it.
little upset that you didn't show off Pound Town, though, Drew.
what's Pound Town?
Yeah, what's that mean?
Oh,
I don't know.
there's a
She's talking about sex.
I don't know.
Sex.
I'm just like, I drink a lot. This might have been something I did when I was drunk.
No, there was a story about just this regular house listed for sale, and it was a completely average looking house. Looks like someone
Oh,
just
yeah.
live, laugh, love all over the
Yeah.
place, and then except
Yeah.
for the one picture
Yeah.
of the master bedroom.
Yep. I remember this one. That
Over the bed.
went around a while ago.
It's at Pound Town.
That's
Yeah,
a
here we
Pound
go.
Town.
From last April. Here we go.
Oh, was it last April? I feel like
Yeah.
I just saw this story.
Well, it probably went around
There it
again.
is.
There it
Well,
is.
Yeah. Welcome to Pound Town.
Yeah.
Population as many as I can get.
Y'all can fit up here. Yeah, this was a Zillow listing of an otherwise normal home that had this one photo.
That's
Yeah.
fucking
That's
awesome.
so perfect.
It's pretty cool.
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
That would have been a good segue with the Roman dildo thing, but you know what? I didn't realize it was an older story, so I do
The Roman
apologize.
dildo and darning tool.
Yeah, darning tool probably. That's both. Multi-tool.
Oh, I missed that one.
It is
Yeah, my
clearly
wife's
Yeah.
an expert knitter.
Yeah.
Did you discuss that?
Yep, I
Yeah.
did. Yeah, I
Yeah.
said we asked Joan. She said
Yeah.
it's probably like, yeah.
Why
Yeah.
not both?
So
In
why not
fact,
both?
she just came out with a knitting book. If anybody
Yes.
is into,
I
mentioned that she was a knitting
It is
celebrity.
right here.
Yeah.
He is
She's a knitting celebrity.
She's got books here.
Look at this.
Why?
There it is.
There you go. Well, there you
There
go.
we
This
go.
one was it.
Oh, there it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Look at that. There's Jesus on that
Go order
one.
these books.
The Lopa
Jesus
Pesa
on that
sweater.
one.
The Lopa Pesa sweater. What's
Yeah.
Neil
it? Look
Gaiman. I
up
feel
on
like
the
I know
page.
that
Lopa
name.
Pesa.
Joan of Dark.
I like the Neil Gaiman blurb.
Yeah,
That's
there
pretty
it
good.
is.
Yeah. He sounds familiar. Like I
Yeah,
should know who
Hey,
he
if
is.
everybody could go order this, it helps build coattails that I can ride on much easier. So
Yeah. I wish I had that.
Pay for the hosting for strangebrew.com. That's STRNGE.
StrangeBrewCoffee.com. That's
Sorry.
Yeah.
StrangeBrew.com. I think is a band.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
cool, too.
sad.
Or hopefully the Bob and Doug McKenzie movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Dill needs money too. That Monster,
Yeah.
Monster
He
Energy
does.
drink
Yeah.
doesn't come cheap.
No, it doesn't.
Nope.
Neither does punching walls.
Out smashing
I knew it.
walls.
Smash
Punk
walls.
style.
Take
Well,
that.
that's our show. A little bit of
into
Hitler,
it.
a little bit of energy drink.
Yeah.
Everybody knows how much Dill hates walls.
Oh, yeah.
And the internet.
Take that internet.
That's a red flag, Dill.
It is.
Whatever.
Red flag.
I'd rather have a Hitler lover than a wall puncher. I don't know who this guy thinks he is.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Very good. Well, guys, thanks so much for doing this. And I think we'll be back next week. And then after that, I think I'm out. But we'll figure this out later. But yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Give Lucky
Thanks
the
much.
keys.
Yeah. I'd love to.
Don't forget to give to the Ralphie campaign so that we can
Yeah.
get him into
Get him to
Christine.
Christine. Yep.
Yeah, baby.
Soon to be
Sooner the
destroyed
better.
home.
Yep. Can't
Yeah.
wait for that. All righty,
can't
guys.
And really breathe fire. That's gonna be great.
Oh, yeah. I hope so. Light cigarettes. See you guys all next week. Bye. How do I turn this off? Oh, there it is.